Well, hello friends. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am currently refilming the intro to this video because when I filmed the intro to this video, I don't know, it was a mess. I don't like the footage. So this is future me refilming this and welcoming you to today's video. In today's video, we're gonna be going to the grocery store together. Yes, again, for some weird reason, you always seem to enjoy my realistic, but let's face it, quite chaotic, a little bit all over the place grocery hauls. So thank you so much for bearing with me. But today, there's gonna be some interesting twists. First and foremost, today is going to be a 30 euros grocery shopping challenge, which means that my entire budget for 1 week is going to be just 30 euros. I made some similar videos in the past as 20 euros grocery shopping challenges because that was somewhat realistic for the time, but in today's economy in Berlin in August 2025, even if I shop at a discount grocery store, 20 euros will not get me anywhere. So it's gonna be 30 euros as a budget. It seems much more realistic and doable. And also, since I get requested this all of the time, today's video is gonna be a little less chatty. So I'm gonna be spending a little less time showcasing you the things that I bought and kind of like throwing here and there what I'm going to be doing with them, but I'm actually going to be showing you the things that I prepare and that I cook out of the things that I have bought. So I will be showing you meal examples of the actual things that I will prepare and cook out of the things that I bought. Obviously, I won't be showing you any repeats or leftovers, but just the individual, single, new and different meal ideas, but you get it. So I really hope you are going to be enjoying this video. And without further ado, let's get started. Full disclosure, this is the status of my fridge before going to the grocery store. All right, folks, I just made it home. It's time to unpack everything. I hope it's not too dark in here. Unfortunately, the light bulb broke a couple of days ago and I still haven't replaced it. So, all right, we got it. Let me show you real quick. It's a lot of stuff for just around 30 euros, and we're gonna be running numbers together so you have an idea. But let me just quickly show you what I got. I got frozen peas and 2 bags of frozen broccoli. Boom, that's that. Then we have tomatoes, 750 grams. I got 3 packs of soy yogurt because I eat this every day for breakfast. So I got 3 packs. Found some bread for 50% off. Must have been yesterday's bread, but I don't care. I'm gonna toss it in the freezer. I got 2 blocks for less than 2 euros. I got a kilo of bread, whole wheat, with sunflower seeds. So that's really good. This is the only whole wheat pasta that I could find. Spaghetti, 2 packs of red lentils. I couldn't find any dry chickpeas, so I had to buy 2 cans because, you know, they're delicious and it's a good source of protein after all. Very randomly, a pack of salt because I needed salt. 2 packs of tomato sauce. Oats. They really cannot miss in my kitchen like ever. Some red bell peppers, these were on sale. I got some blueberries. I believe these were also on sale because otherwise I wouldn't have bought them because they can be quite expensive. Delicious, but expensive. We got a ginormous Leek, this was also on sale. A pack of nectarines because they had quite a good price, I must say. All of the summer fruits, because it's imported, you can never find it here locally in Germany, is so expensive, but these were kind of like a decent price. And finally, zucchini, because these were German zucchini. They were on sale. They had such a good price, so I really couldn't pass up on these. The grand total for all of this, full disclosure, I had to buy a paper bag because I totally underestimated what I could buy with 30 euros. It was 30 euros and there's my cat up there. 30 euros and 43 cents. I don't know, but I'm gonna put the receipt on the screen. So just for a few cents, but with 30 euros, if it wasn't for the paper bag, I would totally have nailed it. So does it count? Does it not count? But for 30 euros, I got so many things very randomly. I'm not counting these in the food budget because technically these don't belong. These are personal care products. But whenever I find in supermarkets things that actually have a really good price, I don't pass up on that and I just buy it at the supermarket rather than the drugstore, because if it's cheaper, I buy it where it's cheaper. So this is Sensodyne toothpaste. This is something that I use sometimes, alternating it to regular toothpaste. This is so expensive, but it's so good. And it was recommended to me by my dentist and I really, really like it. This was, 2 + 1 for free. Yeah, you basically pay for 3. That's my logic, but this was $4.99 for 3 tubes. If you look at the single price, it was $1.65 per tube, which, believe me, it's really good for Sensodyne toothpaste. And also, very randomly, I bought a liter of shampoo. I have been using solid shampoo for so freaking long, but I don't know if it's just me. If you live in Germany, if you have the same feeling, please let me know. Isn't it becoming incredibly hard to find solid shampoos at the drugstores? Like, is it not on trend anymore? People don't buy it? I don't know, but it's already the second solid shampoo that either gets discontinued or it's no longer in stock at the drugstore, not even online. They no longer have it. And so recently I tried this specific shampoo. I know it's Garnier. I probably shouldn't support big corporations, but you know how it is. Like, I cannot afford to buy a 10 euros shampoo from a small brand because it's unrealistic for me to buy a 10 euros fancy shampoo. So I'm just gonna buy the drugstore stuff. And this is a liter of shampoo. I like it so much. This is gonna last me a lifetime. And this was $6.99 for a liter of shampoo. I really couldn't pass up on this. So altogether, including toothpaste and shampoo, I spent 42 euros. But if you subtract $4.99 and $6.99 plus the paper bag, I was absolutely on budget. So I'm gonna be celebrating. All right, folks, this is example meal number 1. This is pretty much what I have every day for breakfast, and it's a variation on the classic. This is soy yogurt with oats, and then I usually add whatever fresh fruit I have in hand. It might be bananas, apples. In this case, I bought nectarines and blueberries, so I added a little bit of both. And then to make it prettier, but most importantly, to add something to the texture and to add more nutrients, I've put a little bit of sunflower seeds that I already had in my little kitchen cart pantry thing. And then, of course, no morning can be complete without my morning coffee, whether decaf or regular. I don't care. I just like coffee so much. So it has to be part of my morning breakfast package. Meal example number 2, I decided to go with something fresh and light today since it's quite hot. So I have a kind of like a salad, very colorful salad. I have used as main ingredients for protein those chickpeas and those canned chickpeas that I got. We got some raw zucchini, some of those tomatoes, and a little bit of that beet that I had in the fridge, seasoned with flax seeds oil, a little bit of citrus olive oil, salt and pepper. Meal example number 3. I wanted some comfort food tonight, so I decided to go with some whole wheat spaghetti, and then I made a shit ton, literally, of sauce to go with my pasta, made of tomato sauce, some simple seasoning, some of those frozen peas, and the red lentils that I got. It's so tasty, so comforting, so filling, and absolutely amazing. I have been doing this recipe a few times lately and I can't get tired of it. Meal example number 4, I think, at this point. I really didn't feel like cooking much tonight, so I decided to keep it pretty simple. And yes, I'm still using this sauce, which I already add 3 times in a row. This is so good, and I cooked so much of it that I could make 3 meals out of it, so this is awesome. And I decided to use that wholesome, fantastic bread that I have put in the freezer. So I sliced some of that bread and used the leftover sauce that I cooked for the pasta, like with the lentils and the peas, as a spread for my bread. But also, since I had like some fresh tomatoes, I decided to make kind of like a little bit of a bruschetta, impromptu bruschetta. So I chopped the tomatoes, just simply seasoned with olive oil, salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and some herbs. Looking forward to this. Meal example number 5 at this point. So today I thought I could crack open that bag of frozen broccoli that I got, and so I steamed cooked some of them. And since I defrosted that bread yesterday, I cut up a couple of slices, sliced up a zucchini real thin, not an entire zucchini as you can see, and then I made this kind of like spread cream. It's a little runnier than I wanted, but still works. Made out of the leftover chickpea can that I opened the other day. So chickpeas, some soy yogurt, some of the beets that I had open in my fridge, and a whole red bell pepper, and then some simple seasoning. And this is today's meal. Meal example number 6. I just wanted to show you this because I'm literally just playing with leftovers and just trying to be creative with the very few things that I have available this week. So I have whole wheat spaghetti with that leftover sauce spread that I made earlier, leftover steamed broccoli, and I literally just added some of that tofu that I had in my fridge already. And so yeah, this looks so good, and I'm so hungry and I cannot wait to dig into this. Meal example number 7, I think. I decided to make some savory oatmeal today using the rest of the tofu that I opened yesterday, plus 1.5 zucchini and obviously some oats, seasoned with garlic powder, salt, and black pepper. There's plenty of leftovers to thrive on. Meal example number 8. It's not really soup weather at the moment, but I was totally craving something like this, so I made it. Basically, today I have prepared a super tasty tomato soup with a twist. I have used an entire pack of that tomato sauce, some of those fresh tomatoes, 1 red bell pepper, and 2 zucchini. I let them cook, pureed them, and then at the end I have added 1 whole can of chickpeas and some of those frozen peas. This would pair super well with a couple of slices of that bread that I bought. I don't really feel like eating it right now, but this can totally be the perfect combo since I have plenty of leftovers. And if I feel like it, I can also pair with a small portion of steamed broccoli, eventually as a side dish. This is so versatile and I cannot wait to eat this. It looks really yummy. Of course, I did season this generously with salt, garlic powder, some black pepper, and some herbs, and yeah. I didn't really show you any snack options just because I didn't make anything particularly fancy. I don't always feel the urge to snack in between meals, but if I do, these days, out of the things that I bought, I can just reach for a piece of fruit or eventually like some raw red bell pepper, just a tiny over until next meal. But again, I don't always necessarily have the urge to do so, but if I feel like, I do have options. I really hope you have enjoyed spending this time with me today. By no means this intends to be a video that it's triggering. I know that what I eat in a day or what I eat in a week can potentially be triggering for someone, but I just generally did this video because it was highly requested. Every time that I share a grocery haul, I always get asked all the time, can you please share which meals do you prepare out of the things that you buy? And so I really wanted to show you that you don't have to spend a lot of money in order to have nutritious, tasty meals. I cook most of the times at home. I rarely eat out. I really cannot afford it at this point to eat out as much as I would like to, because I love a nice restaurant meal, but I can't afford it to do it on a regular basis. So I enjoy staying at home, cooking simple, uncomplicated things that don't take a lot of time to prepare or a lot of ingredients. And also I always make sure that I have my freezer and my pantry well stocked up in a way that I have my staples that I can always rely on. So if I'm running late and I don't have a lot of, energy or time to prepare something, or if I'm coming back from a trip and I don't have a fully stocked fridge, I know that I have things that I can keep on using to help fill in the gaps or, sustain what I already bought for that week. And so I don't know, I hope this video was enjoyable for you to watch and gives you a little bit of inspiration, and I don't know, I hope it was enjoyable. So if this was the case, you know that you can leave me a like so that I know that you enjoyed this type of content, and you can subscribe to my channel if you still haven't. You would make my day. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye.